First, I went on spring break, stayed on spring break, and then just stayed home and ate as much as I could out of the pantry before having to go back to the grocery store.
I was glad that I had a flexible job so I could work from home, be here while my kids are home from school, and that I had a good supply of toilet paper on hand.
Well, first I packed up a lot of books and supplies from my office here, and I took everything home and started doing all my work from home, and I was really nervous about catching COVID, so I was sanitizing everything around my house like 4 times a day.
We couldn't go to school.
Yeah.
First, I thought it was no big deal, that this would all blow over and life would be back to normal in a couple of months.
First, I spent 3 months in the middle of the year doing nothing.
First, it was pretty scary. I didn't know what to expect. We rushed to Costco. We got all these supplies. We were prepping to be inside for the long haul.
We wiped down all our groceries.
When we got the mail, we let it sit there for a day or two before we would touch it. And we stopped playing with friends.
I didn't go back to school after spring break.
So first, I lost my job at the beginning of the pandemic. It was really scary and overwhelming, and the organization I'd worked for 5 years shut down out of nowhere.
First, my kids came home from school and never went back. I spent weeks totally freaking out, yelling and crying and scared and worried, while all the parts of my life collided, all in the same place at the same time.
Had a long spring break.
First, I watched the news constantly. I read the news constantly. I tried to figure out a way to know where COVID would be and how it would get to us in Colorado. I became pretty obsessed.
First, I skied.
First, I said goodbye to my prostate.
First, I cut my own hair.